Well, despite concerns about the spread of COVID-19 in large gatherings, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally began last Friday with as many as 250,000 attendees expected over the 10-day event. En route to the rally, many of those bikers will pass through South Dakota's largest city, Sioux Falls. Joining us now is the mayor of Sioux Falls, TenHaken. Thank you so much for being with us, Mayor. And I have to say, I was just in your beautiful city a few months ago, and I certainly enjoyed it. But we know that this is a big gathering, the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally underway. As mayor of South Dakota's largest city, how do you feel about the rally being held this year?
Well, good afternoon, Amy, and thanks for having me on. And you know, I think a lot of people would look at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally this year and say it's probably an ill-advised event to be having at this time, but we also live in a culture where people are becoming increasingly impatient and they want to get back to normal routines and their normal life. In the case of the biker culture, Sturgis was going to happen whether it was official or not. And so, you know, with the decision to have the rally, I think what happened is the city of Sturgis basically saying, hey, we're going to have this. We're going to make it safe as possible, rather than just having a rally that wasn't intended happen anyway. And so we in Sioux Falls are ready for that. A lot of bikers do pass through here on their way to the rally. And so it's something we're going to be watching very closely to see what effect this may have on any COVID activity in our market here on the east side of the state.
I'm curious because unlike a lot of cities, Sioux Falls does not currently have a mask mandate or really any COVID-19 restrictions on bars and restaurants where we see a lot of those bikers ending up at. So what are the latest COVID numbers in your city, and do you foresee the need for tougher regulations going forward?
You know, we had some limited mandates on bars and restaurants and so forth that we lifted at the end of May. And so we're really 2.5 months into what I would call business as usual. There's not any restrictions on any businesses in our municipality. Quite honestly, I expected to see a larger increase in cases here in Sioux Falls as a result. And we just haven't seen that. Our hospitalization rate is very, very steady. Our case rate has been very steady. The positivity rate, while ticking up a little bit, is still very manageable. So we feel really comfortable where we're at, but we're not spiking football because we know what this virus can do.
Right. And I know you know more than anyone, earlier in this pandemic, the Smithfield food meatpacking plant there in Sioux Falls had that COVID-19 outbreak with more than 900 employees testing positive. What lessons did you learn from that difficult time?
Well, that was challenging. That's not a reason you want to be on a national map, is for having the largest COVID hotspot in the country. But what we learned early on is the danger of this virus. I mean, this COVID spread in that facility like wildfire, and that case really came out of a light socket at us here in the city and made us really realize that we have to take this extremely seriously. And businesses, packing plants specifically, which seem to be more prone to these large outbreaks, they have to take this very seriously. So what I learned from that instance is I've been meeting with a lot of businesses, large businesses specifically, and say, if you don't think that you can have mass spread of COVID in your facility, I point to Exhibit A over here, and it can happen, and it can happen quickly. So preparation is extremely important. And then transparency in the communication when that does happen in a business, being very forthright with the community and saying, hey, this is what's happening. These are the steps we're taking to keep our employees and the community safe.
Mayor TenHaken, we really appreciate your time. We wish you and yours the very best.
Thank you, Amy. You too.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.